What's up, guys? It's your boy Whetto. Welcome back to Whetto's World. I'm here with my man Draven. I want to let y'all know what's going on this episode first. So we're going to dive into his music career, who he is as a person, and what's going on. On top of that, we're also going to let you know what I got going on here at the shop at DWIW.shop and at the industry at 1770 South Telshore. Want to shout out to Canes. Hey, what kind of chicken you picking today?
Sir.
Hey, out here at Telshore. So thank you, Canes, for the sponsors. I appreciate you. Good looking out. Extra crispy number 4. So we're going to dive in right in with my man Draven, and then we're going to hit y'all with a commercial break, and we'll be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your boy Whetto, and I'm here with my man Draven. So let's dig in and see what we got going on. So first off top, man, introduce yourself. Who are you?
My name is Draven. I make music. I'm an artist. I'm a father. And thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it, man. I was actually really looking forward to this all day. Talk everything out. Everybody in the studio's like, hey, can I come to the studio? Fuck no. Can we curse?
Yeah, that's good. Explicit content. Hey, that's all.
I was like, no, I'm in Whetto's World today, baby. So.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, so you've got the music career and you're digging into that. So what brought you here to Crucis with us?
Well, I guess we're just gonna dive right into it, huh? I guess I came here like 10 years ago. I must have been 12 or 13. Both my parents lost their jobs during the recession, so I was pawned off. You know, I ended up just, my grandparents pretty much ended up taking me in and stuff like that.
Same with me, man. That's how I grew up in Clovis like that. I was raised with my grandparents and my mom, going in and out of different situations, but I think being able to live with your grandparents, learning from all the generation, you kind of teaches you a little bit more about respect. And
I think so too, and they raise kids already, so they already know, like, they're not fazed by nothing, you know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what,
you go through your shit and they're just like, this motherfucker's
right there with you, and they've already got the wisdom, and the grandma's cooking though. I tell you what, that'll set you straight for anything. So you mentioned kids though. So do you have kids of your own?
Yeah, I've got the one.
Okay.
I've got my son Raya. He's gonna be turning 4 in November.
Oh, shout out Raya.
Shout out my boy Raya if you're watching. He's actually really excited about this.
Yeah.
He really, when he came to the store, he was like, "It's a kangaroo." I was like, "It's not a kangaroo."
It's not a kangaroo, mate.
I can see what he's talking about, but yeah, he's gonna be turning 4, and yeah, being a father is crazy. I mean, you're recently a father yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Riley, my baby girl. She's 8 months at the recording of this one, so it's super exciting to have that blessing, man. It was something that I wasn't exactly prepared for. I don't know.
You never are.
You never really are, but the timing couldn't have been better. So it helped push and set me into a new lane, and to make things like do what I want and everything else around me kind of fall into place. So.
Well, when did the shop open up?
So we opened up on June 1st. So I've been open for almost 2 months now.
Okay, and how long did it take to like get the shop all put together?
That was started in, I think the first episode on Instagram was aired in February, because this used to be Black Rat Tattoo Shop.
That's right.
Before then, I came in and tore down all the walls. Shout out to the Black Rat team, man. I appreciate y'all for setting everything up. Sorry I had to tear all your stuff down and repaint it, but I promise I'm trying to do justice for you guys, so thank you very much on that. And then since then, man, we've just been rocking and rolling. So
I'm guessing. I guess that falls right into like a kid will really put your shit in gear. Like you just.
Yes, sir.
That's right about the time when she was like what, 2 months or something.
Yeah. She had just been born, so it was pedal to the metal, trying to make sure we could have her set for life. You know what I mean? That's what this is for. So
I feel that. Definitely. Like whenever my kid was born, I was really doing, like, I knew I wanted to do music. I had dropped out of college. I told my parents I was gonna do tattooing. I knew I wasn't. I was just lying, because I feel like that was telling your parents you're gonna do music is like the dumbest fucking thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna drop. And they were just like, and by my dad, he also dropped out of college. Shout out my dad, love you.
Right, hey, shout out to my parents out there watching.
But like, it was just one of those things where I was like, music is, and then I was just pussyfooting the whole time, and then finally I had my kid, and I was like, man, I need to go.
And get your shit in gear, for real.
Like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
So yeah, having a kid has definitely been like one of the biggest. It's also part of my like brand identity too. It really helps me just focus on like, whenever I think about like, if I can be a good father, everything else kind of falls into place. And I'm sure you can't really like all the other, because I remember when I started my priorities, I started thinking about other stuff. that's when life kind of starts falling apart, you know. But if I have my priorities straight, it's more or less just being a good dad, being a good friend, stuff like that, then everything just kind of comes, you know. Everything, the music, everything else, like, it just kind of comes.
You got to learn how to, you know, manage your frequencies and where you're putting your energy, especially without having to drain yourself. Yeah, for real.
Energy is a real thing. Who you're giving it to, where you're getting it from.
Yes, sir.
Who's around you.
That manifestation, man, that ain't no joke. Neither is the law of attraction. So if you know, the universe is always listening. So you got to be careful what you put out and what you receive from it. But you talk about your branding. So that's with the Sad Dad, correct?
Yeah, so Sad Dad is basically it's a it's a brand that I had a little bit of help coming up with, and it's basically like whenever I started doing this, whenever I really started taking it real seriously about a year and a half ago, like really just pedal to the metal. I was going through some real tough like breakup with I'd been with my baby mom for like 6 years. I was going through this real tough breakup, and I was just, you know, the music I was making, I was, you know, and I still make sad music, you know, just what I do.
It's
emotional shit that hits you, you know, and then, but it was just part of the brand that, like, somebody told me, like, man, you're a sad dad, you know what I mean? Like, you're a dad and you're trying your best, but you're kind of sad, you know?
You're sad at
like,
it,
that's
man.
fucking genius. I was like, yes. So when people ask me, stop asking me if I'm sad. I'm fucking happy.
There you go, folks. He's a happy dad, and he's here.
You see the smile on my face?
Man, he's working. Let the man work.
Look at the smile on my face.
Speaking of work, what's up with your t-shirt drop? You got some new merchandise you got coming out, right?
Yeah. Ooh, man. I was just talking to my boy Coco. Shout out Coco.
Hey, Coco man.
I think I'm gonna have to redo a few things. I'm gonna have to. I think I showed you. It was the mugshot.
Yeah, we got arrested. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was gonna do 2 designs, but I think I'm gonna just stick to the mugshot one because we got some real funny ideas that we wanted to shoot for it. Like, just, you know, like we wanted to get. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'll save it. I'll save it for later. We'll talk about it.
Keep everyone. Hey, the anticipation is real, folks. And with that, we're gonna hit you with this quick commercial break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna dive right back into where we're going with the t-shirts, the brand, what he's doing, and his music career. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. It's your boy Whetto, and I'm here with my man Draven, and we finna dive right back into it. So, with what you got going on with your entire music scene, your entire career with all that, Fat Crates team, shout out Fat Crates, how are you growing your social media like right now, especially during like all this quarantine corona stuff going on?
So what I found, shout out fatcrates.com,
Fat Crates.
Is that, I mean, content is king right now in this quarantine shit. You're either doing or you're watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you've got decent content, people will watch it. You know, I think that's something that I personally need to hop on. Like, I've been trying to drum up more content lately, and with just with the release of our music and everything like that, I think growing your social media is something that artists need to start taking very seriously. You know what I mean? I feel like your web presence is really, this isn't 2008 where it's not like you can't just, like, word of mouth is not enough. You know, you need to have a strong social media presence, and that's something that I noticed that you were doing very well right away. It's like whenever I saw that you were doing like your editing videos where you were cleaning up the shop and fixing, I was like, this is fucking genius. That's so smart. Like, just showing the process, because then they feel like they're there with you, like they're rolling with you.
Right.
Like, your audience is there taking on this endeavor with you. You know, even though they're not literally blood, sweat, and tears helping your business, you know, but they feel like they are. Like, they're there with you, you know. And that's something that I'm trying to definitely work on too, is taking people into, you know, whatever this life is that I have, and kind of showing them what it is, and it ties in right with my music, you know, because my music is very personal. Like, even the songs that, you know, that I talk about just bullshit. It's still my songs mean a lot to me, because, you know, I mix, master, produce, I sing, I write. I mean, they're like babies to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades, folks. I mean, he's doing all the work, putting in a lot of time, and it shows. His music is ridiculous. His videos are even better, and you can tell that he's engaging with everybody on social media, which is huge, especially nowadays. And the numbers don't lie. He's obviously producing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Hit me up on Instagram if you guys want to book a session. $100 an hour, shameless plug. I mean, $100 for a mix, master, and production. So
can't beat it, right? I know you can't beat that. Now, speaking of Fat Crates, what's going on with that, and how are you involved with Fat Crates?
Well, Fat Crates basically is like, man, all those fuckers are family. You know, I mean, when I first started this music shit, it was, I've been doing music for a while. I've been doing music, like I played in rock bands, metal bands. I played a Warped Tour before, like fucking weird, right? I frontmaned like metal bands and shit like that, and it was so funny because I played shows to 0 people. You know what I mean? I played shows to where there's like 3 people in the back. There's one guy like, fuck yeah, you know, just one drunk guy. Hey, shout out Angel Beltran, you know who you are, dog. He's that one guy in the back.
Holding it down.
Fuck yeah, Draven! 3 people just fucking moshing.
Going there. Hell yeah, man. Sometimes it's the humble beginnings that create the big process, you know what I mean? And
it's let me know, like, fuck, like this music shit is not, you know, everybody just expects to get into it and just somebody gets signed or picked up, or somebody just expects to blow up, and it's really just, it just takes so long. You have to chip away and grind away. So when you get that phone call, you're ready. Right. So whenever you actually do pop off, you have a catalog and work, and you've got the talent and experience to do what you need to do to actually perform, you know? And Fat Crates gave me that platform. Whenever I was going through, I mentioned that breakup earlier, when I was going through that breakup, I had no following. Like, I had nobody that really believed, how to explain this? I didn't have anyone that really thought I could do anything with my music, you know what I mean? I didn't really feel, aside for like my close friends and family, there was no support, you know?
No fan base,
and it just kind of made me think, like, what am I doing? Like, why am I wasting all my time and money on this thing that nobody even gives a shit about? And it wasn't until I met this group of people that were super passionate about music and just making good music and very family oriented, I might add. Like, there's all kinds of music groups and there's all kinds of collectives all over town, everything like that and whatever, but like, you'll never see a more close-knit family than what Fat Crates has. There's other, you know, other music groups, shit like that, but like what they showed me is, shout out Orem, DJ Orem, Mike, man, and Demise. I mean, these fuckers pretty much saved my life. You know, like I didn't have a place to stay. I was sleeping on my friend's couch, and like I didn't have a job, and they basically said, like, I showed them my music, and they said, like, who did this? Who mixed it? I did. Who mastered it? Well, I did. Who produced it? I did. You sing it? Yeah, I sang it. They're like, do you want a job? I was like, yes.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yes, I want a job. I was like, yes, please. And anytime I was needing a hard time, you know, and he would always be like, basically just family, you know, like whatever I needed, anything at all, they were just there for me, and they believed in me. Right. And that was what I needed, like other people really believing in me to kind of give me this self-belief to keep going, you know? So shout out to Fat Crates, man. Y'all saved my life.
Shout out Fat Crates. Yeah. It's not easy. The hustle is not for everybody, but it can be to everybody. You know, you got to figure out what niche works best for you, plug in, and just attack and attack and attack. Chip away at that mountain, and eventually you're either going to carve a Mount Rushmore or you're going to end up with pyramids. So,
yeah. You're going to figure out, I mean, it's better to live knowing that you tried and you failed than regretting it. Just thinking about your whole life, like, fuck, what if I would have done this?
Man, you miss 100% of every shot you don't take.
I know it sounds cliche, but that's so true. You know what I mean? Like, I have a funny story where my baby mama's, her father, when we were together, I was living with them for a while, and you'd think that, you know, if I'm dating somebody's daughter, they're gonna tell me, hey, like, and we have a kid on the way and shit, like, you need to get your shit together. Like, you need to fucking, like, you need to...
Gotta get your shit checked out.
Yeah, any little dream that you have about music, or like, you need to, that needs to fall wayside, and your priority needs to be, you know, getting a real job and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he pulled me aside one day, and he basically told me, he said, look, I want you to know, like, that no matter what, like, we support you, man. Like, he's like, I want you, he's like, and keep in mind, this guy, he's an amazing, like, bandolero singer, you know, at parties and stuff like that. You know, the Mexican dads get all drunk and they start singing, they bust out the guitar, you know, they start beautiful singing, right? And I would always hear him, like, yeah, this guy's fucking good. And then he told me, he's like, I always think back to a time where I could have done something like this. He's like, it's better to live knowing that you tried and failed than to think, man, what could have been, you know, what could have I have done, and then think back and regret it, you know. So I just, that always stuck with me and resonated with me, and just like, I think that's a good way to live your life, you know.
Hell yeah. Well, to that, my man, on the show, it's custom that we pop a bottle to success. So for that, my man, this one is to you, Draven, to the team for Fat Crates for putting up and making the numbers work, bruh. So cheers to you, my guy. Happy celebration
Thank
for
you,
your
dog. I
videos.
appreciate it. Thank you for having me on the show,
Of
man.
course,
I really
yeah.
appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And anybody looking to talk, you know what I mean? We can get in here. I'll pick your brain. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing anything, whether it be music, it'd be tattoos, it'd be hustling, it'd be whatever you fashion. I mean, you name it. I'm here to let y'all know that I want to speak and pick all y'all's brains and see what do what I want means to y'all. So, on that note, too, my man, let me ask you this: what does do what I want mean to you? How does that represent your hustle and what you got going on? Cheers, brother.
Man, yeah, cheers to that, dog. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for having me on the show.
Yeah, Whetto's World, DRVVN.
I like,
Love bubbly.
I think, do what I want. That's an interesting question. I don't know. Do what
So
I
as
want.
far as the hustles, because we represent the rebels hell bent on success,
Right.
and my man, you fit that to the T.
I
So
appreciate that. Yeah, fuck, man, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think it's just one of those things where, like, you're gonna have a lot of people that tell you this. I'm sure you had a lot of people that told you that making this shop was kind of a dumb idea. I'm sure there's a lot of people that told you getting a jawline neck tattoo is fucking
boy, I
stupid.
tell you what, I'll die for mine. That's cutthroat, boy.
You know what I mean? And it's,
Yeah.
it's things like that kind of motivate you, and you're like, man, it's almost like a marker. You're like, I'm gonna let y'all know that I can
And that's
do
how it
this
was, of
without
course.
your support. You know, with or without your support, I'm gonna do this.
That's
you know what I
correct.
mean? And then not only, but I mean, and let me ask you something. Does having this, you know, on your you know, on the ink on your body, is that really kind of solidify that you can't get a job at Chick-fil-A? You know.
Well, you know, it's crazy though. True to it though. Anybody with tattoos knows this, that you do get, you know, speculated a little bit different, and you know, you got to conduct yourself in a positive manner.
Yeah.
And you know, shout out to Dillard, shout out to NMSU, shout out to all the places that I have gotten a job in corporate that allowed me to shine through my work ethic and my
Right.
actual like salesmanship.
Right.
You know, I've been anywhere I step into, I try to excel and do whatever I can. I know going into that situation that I do have a look on me, but I make sure, just as my neck has it, it's also on my pinky. So I always remember, yes, I can do what I want, but I choose to do it with manners,
Right.
and move in a positive direction with it.
Right.
So,
Definitely. Yeah. You're defying expectations.
yes, most definitely, and that's. I want it to stay that way, and for anybody that knows that you have tattoos, like, it is possible. I mean, maybe if you do take, you know, you take the rap, you get them visual, it's like a representation to take your life into your own hands and move it, and know that no matter what, you're not going to give up.
Right.
You're not going to take shit from nobody, and you're going to do what you want to do. And I do what I want to do. So, right where it comes into play.
Hell yeah, dog.
So
But something that I noticed though is
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to talk shit to nobody, but I see like a lot of kids or like a lot of people that'll just be like getting shit or like tattoos or like, because just be careful who your idols are, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely be paying attention.
Just because your idol has this tattoo or like bunch of tattoos on their face and you start getting them, and you need to make sure that you've got the skills and the quality, the content and the drive to do what it is exactly that you're gonna do, or else you're gonna fall off and you're just trying to mimic somebody. You're not trying to be yourself.
Right.
And I see that a lot, especially working at a music studio. I see a lot of kids that are mimicking, trying to be something that they're not. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like when we were growing up, like I see all kinds of. There's all, you know. That's why I'm all tatted up, because a lot of my heroes were tatted as fuck. You know what I mean? And I liked what they represented in the community and stuff like that. But it's a fine balance between paying homage and shit like that versus just biting on people, and then you're stuck being somebody else's ghost. You know? So just be careful with that. That's just like
Pay attention to, you got to know that if you get those visible tattoos, like, do what you want to do by all means, but know that you're gonna get ridiculed. You're gonna have to face the scrutiny. It's,
you gotta be able to
gonna
deal
come.
with that. You gotta be able to deal with that kind of.
If you're willing to sit there and take the pain to get the stuff on your face or whatever, like,
how bad did that one hurt?
it was pretty painful. It was actually, no, it wasn't too bad. Shout out, man, at Sincere Ink. She has an amazing quality of work. She's light-handed.
It's clean. It came out clean as
I mean,
fuck, too.
this was like almost 10 years ago now. I don't know about 10 years ago, but it was like 8 years ago I got
It's
this.
aged well too.
So
Have you got it retouched?
I haven't, but you know, luckily I'm pretty pale, so it sticks pretty well on me.
The translucent
Heck
shit.
yeah, yes sir.
That's what's nice about that. Hell yeah, man. Shout out to. I want to make a quick shout out real quick.
What?
Shout out my boy Julian. He's the reason I got this neck tattoo. You know, he's not here with us anymore, but man, like if you could see what we're doing so far right now, man,
Rest in peace, big dog.
You'd
Big
be
up.
so fucking proud, dog. And I just want you to know everybody at Fat Crates misses you, man. And we're really just we're trying to hustle for you, dog. So
Hey, shit. Cheers one time for that.
yeah.
Appreciate you, big dog. Thanks for looking over us.
Yeah, man. He told me because I was co-producing his album and everything, and he would tell me. He was also one of the first people to kind of believe in me, you know.
Yeah.
Just kind of be like, he would tell me like, bro, you like what? Like he's like, I'm telling you, nobody does this. He's like, nobody can do what you do, and I was like, oh, shut up, you blowing smoke up my ass, you know.
Yeah.
But it kind of gave me that like thing, and he was like, bro, he's like, if we finish this album, he's like, whatever tattoos you want, I'll pay for all of them.
Hey.
And I was like, I want to get a neck tattoo, but I don't know. And he's like, Doc, do it. He's like, if you get this neck tattoo, nobody will ever look at you and say, what does he do for a living? People will look at you and be like, we know he doesn't work at Chick-fil-A for a living. Chick-fil-A, fuck yeah, I love Chick-fil-A. I don't know why I keep saying Chick-fil-A, but because they don't even let you have beards at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that one.
Okay. So if you work Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm talking about.
You gotta be, hey, corporate though, you gotta be clean and cut. They have an image, which I understand too. So yeah, of course, just like, you know, you go into Zoomies or you go into PacSun, you know, you got like more of a skater, you got relaxed, you can, you know, you wear joggers and chucks
Depending
and
on
stuff
the,
like that.
on whatever
so,
it is, you know.
Yeah, but
yeah.
that's why I had to wear suits and stuff like that at Dillard's, but even though I still have my tattoos, you know, I'm still ranking in number 1, number 2, top 10, whatever. It's all about how you conduct yourself.
How you conduct your business, yeah.
Most definitely.
That was something that he instilled in me is just you know, if you go down this route, you know, like it'll forever be like something that you can carry with you. You know?
Yeah, we'll talk about plug in on what kind of videos and stuff you got going on. And
hell yeah. So Effort just dropped today. I don't know when this video is gonna be coming out.
This next week?
Yeah, sometime this next week, and hopefully by then the video will still be up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm thinking that if you haven't watched it by next week, you should go watch it. Just look up Draven Effort. That's it.
It's effortless to look up Effort by Draven.
To look up Effort. It's super easy. We had a lot of fun shooting that video. I thought we were gonna get canceled shooting that video.
Ooh.
TBH. Yeah.
Out there, were you guys here, El Paso, or?
We went to El Paso. We hit up a car club to shoot a little. It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. That fry's gone.
To shoot a car show, and he's like, yeah, it'll be a car show. We show up, and everybody's on their phones, kind of like, hey, they're doing a music video here. So then, like 150 people show up to the stage,
shit.
and we're like, fuck.
I guess we got a music video to shoot.
Yeah, they're like, fuck. So, but at that point, we had the whole. If you watch the video, you see there's a car circle.
Yeah, it's dope. It's super dope.
And
great visuals. And that's E-Visions, right?
E-Visions. Shout out to E-Visions,
Hey.
bro. Yeah, totally. Thank you for that plug. They would have killed me. Are
Hey.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, E-Visions, man, you got talent, bro. I need to hook up with you. We need to do some videos as well.
Yeah, about that one you were telling me about, huh?
Yes, sir. I got all kinds of different things coming up. I need someone with a private jet, too. Let me know. Doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So, what else you got? I mean, you got any other plugins? You want to drop, you know, merchandise, your IG tags? What you got?
Yeah, so you can find me at Draven, at Dervin. So if you spell it, it's DRVVEN. My name is Draven.
Draven.
But, you know, it's an upside down V. I just thought I'd piss people off, confuse them a little bit. You know, it's like, whoa, what does it say? I've heard Dr. Ven, Darwin.
Dr. Ven, I can see that.
Hey, shout out Hannah, but fuck you for real for starting that.
Hey, I got messed it up, but hey, cheers to that. So with that, I want to say cheers to you one more time, my man. Appreciate you coming out here.
Thank you for having me on the show,
World.
man.
Of
I
course,
appreciate
man.
it. This is a blast. Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate you. So with that, guys, cheers to my man Draven. Come out here and see me at 1770 South Telshore. I got a crazy deal going on for all you back to school students right now. There's a discount. There's a 30% discount code going on right now. You can shop online at DWIW.shop. Use back to school as the code. That'll take off 30% for you.
Because we know NMSU and UTEP are hoeing you guys out for those tuitions, so we're trying to cut you some costs.
I'm telling you, all this Corona money, I know it's tight, but I'm trying to help you save money, look fresh on them Zoom calls and everything in between.
Hell yeah.
So thanks for joining us here on Whetto's World. Until next time, guys, peace.